In this lesson, we will discuss cybersecurity and programming methods that improve system security. The objectives for this lesson are for you to gain an understanding of what cybersecurity is, as well as understand the risks associated with it and why it is important to you. We will also discuss specific actions you can take to protect yourself, as well as learn strategies for managing your online data. Finally, we will discuss safe Java programming practices to prevent cyber attacks. Almost everything we do on a day-to-day basis relies on computers and the internet. Think about what you do online in a given day or week. Imagine what would happen if you couldn't perform those activities. How would that impact you? Take it a step further. What would happen if critical systems failed, such as banking and hospital systems? How would it impact both our community, our country, even the world? Cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility, not just technical professionals who work in the field. We should all take part in the effort to protect our network's data and systems to make sure everything is safer. So what is cybersecurity? It is the initiative to protect computer and web-based information. It is a set of practices that protect information stored on computers and transmitted over networks. This initiative includes taking actions to protect our systems from attack, identifying when an attack has occurred, and determining how to appropriately respond to an attack. The number of cyber threats continues to grow. The following statistics in a Norton study regarding cyber attacks may surprise you. Cybercrime cost $388 billion in 2011. 431 million adults worldwide have been affected by cybercrime in the past year alone. 44% of adults online have experienced cybercrime in the past year. Risks to cybersecurity include someone stealing personal information from your computer, the use of viruses to erase or destroy a system, hackers destroying or altering your files or data, or your online profile being hacked and personal data being stolen or used in a malicious way. The best way to protect yourself from cyber attacks is to stay informed about the latest security measures and use them regularly. There are some steps you can take to minimize security risks. The following slides detail some things you can do to minimize the risk of a cyber attack. How strong is your password? Create a strong password by starting with a phrase that you can easily remember, but one that cannot be easily accessed or guessed. Example phrases include "I love pizza" or "security is important." Then change some of the characters in the phrase from letters to numbers, symbols, lowercase and capital letters, etc. Use a different password for each system you use. Do not use the same password for multiple systems. Who wants your password? You would be surprised. From a sibling who wants to use your gaming account, to a peer who wants to sneak on your social networking account, to even a career criminal who wants to steal your private information. Anyone who knows your password could make you vulnerable to a cyber attack. Here are a few strategies to protect your password. Don't keep written copies of passwords near your computer or the system it is used for. Don't share it with anyone. And when using a computer in a public place, log out before you leave. People can gain access to your computer either by physically accessing it or by remotely accessing it if it is connected to a network. The following strategies will make unauthorized access more difficult. Ensure that you password lock your computer when you are away from it. Disconnect from the internet when you are not using it. Review your computer's activity and security settings. And back up your data regularly in case you are the victim of a virus or cyber attack. There are software programs that can protect your computer. Antivirus software is a computer program that detects, prevents, and takes action to disarm or remove malicious software programs, such as viruses and worms. In order to be effective, it must be updated regularly. A firewall is a software program or piece of hardware that helps screen out hackers, viruses, and worms that try to reach your computer over the internet. Some operating systems have firewalls built in and turned on by default. To protect the data on your computer or network, install a firewall, use passwords and encryption for files that are confidential, and dispose of private information completely. Pressing the delete key isn't enough. Deleting files doesn't remove the data from your hard drive. You need to search online for ways to properly dispose of information on your computer. A social network is a website that provides a virtual community for people to share their daily activities, feelings, and interests with family and friends, to increase their circle of acquaintances, and to build business contacts. Social networking sites such as Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter allow you to publish personal information to share with the public or with specified networks. hundreds of millions of people have joined one or more social networking sites. Cyber attackers are drawn to these sites because of the number of people who use them, and because users publish personal information on them. Be aware of security risks. A few common ways that social networking sites are attacked includes use of a virus that shares information about you in networks without your knowledge, someone attempting to contact you to steal personal information, or someone may send you a link to a false website that installs malware on your computer. There are a few ways to protect yourself in online social networks. Keep software and antivirus software up to date. Be cautious about connecting to and meeting strangers as you would be in the real world. Do not post something online that you wouldn't want to be shared publicly. Review privacy settings and adjust them as needed. Electronic devices such as mobile phones and tablets are also susceptible to cyber attacks. Not only could your device be physically stolen, it could also be infected with a virus if it accesses the internet or a network. To protect your electronic devices, use passwords and set all devices to auto lock and password protect when they are not in use. Encrypt sensitive files if possible. Disable remote connections when not in use, such as Bluetooth technology, and do not leave devices unattended. Wireless networks are in use more than ever due to the widespread use of laptops and electronic devices. Cyber attackers could intercept your wireless network if it is not protected. To protect your wireless network, create a strong, unique password. Install a firewall as well as antivirus software. Only allow trusted people to use your network. And turn off network file sharing on your computer when not in use. Copyright infringement is the distribution or use of information without permission from the owner of the information. Copyright infringement is a serious issue as it relates to the internet and can end in legal trouble for offenders. Examples of copyright infringement include stealing an image from a company's website and using it without permission, illegally downloading or distributing music, copying software and illegally distributing it to others, also known as pirating, and copying and using proprietary source code without permission. To avoid copyright infringement, review the website or source's permissions, often published in their terms of use, to determine if and how you can use the information. Also contact the author of the information and ask for permission.